Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2022 general reading. We are looking at the first half of August from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the air sign of Aquarius. Welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to be here. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching this video and any of the videos on my YouTube channel, for hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, all your feedback and comments, always welcome and always appreciated. So Aquarius, this is for you for the first half of August 2022 if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Aquarius. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for an Aquarian. It is a general reading, so it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch those videos as well, because each one can bring in a little additional insight, different perspective into what's going on in your personal situation. And if you find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the description link. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent with timely scheduling. So if that's something that would interest you, email me. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what the first half of August has in store for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin by turning away, walking away in search of your wish fulfillment, which is the Nine of Cups, the card after that, abundance and getting what you want and finding what brings you that sense of abundance and fulfillment. But here in the Eight of Cups, there's something that you've been investing in that you've made the decision isn't. It's a card of turning away, walking away. This could be you, it could be somebody else. With it, we have the Ten of Wands. Now, in the tarot, tens represent a cycle coming full circle, coming to an end or to an achievement point. The Ten of Wands represents a heavy burden, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you're kind of at the end of your rope and you need to lay this burden down. Like, this is all about, the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands is all about walking away, leaving something behind because it's just gotten to be too much. It's too overwhelming. Next, we have the Queen of Swords, you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. With Death, a major ending card. Death or transformations. There's definitely something you need to lay down, whether it's an actual walking away or something inside of you that you just need to let go of so that there can be some kind of transformation or rebirth. Next, we have the Seven of Wands, but there's some defensive energy here. This is guarding, protecting, defending that which you have invested a lot in. With the World, the last major arcana card in the tarot, a card of major significant endings in terms of life paths and different aspects of our life. The first card in the tarot is the Fool. He has the 0 on his card, and that's where the tarot journey begins. And all the cards after the Fool is us, is about different phases of life we go through, learning, changing, growing. We get to the end. Here's the World card. It's a card of graduation, of learning everything you can at one level, so you're going on to a next level and you're going to begin a whole brand new journey of learning and growth again. So the World is completion or taking something to the next level. But there's defensive energy here. And it's interesting because the bottom three cards are all endings. We have the Ten of Wands, Death, and the World, right? These are all major cards of endings. Something needing to come to an end because there's a moving on, there's another level, it's time to move on. But there is some resistance here, whether it's from you or somebody else. Now, from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the Nine of Coins, independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment. Somebody who doesn't rely on anybody else. They feel they have no need to rely on anybody else. They've worked hard to get into that place. Whether it's healthy or not remains to be seen. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Nine of Coins. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. This is not you. This is somebody who is perhaps quite significant. The Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, fear about the future, but kind of stuck and reluctant and resistant to looking at something because then you'd have to make a decision. This may be a relationship for some of you. It may be that some of you have been in a relationship where you're still acting, or with somebody and the other person is still acting as if they're single. Whether or not they're going out with other people, there's a sense of I don't, you know. Maybe a fear of a deeper commitment. Somebody worried about the future because of this, but yet they're not ready to make changes. Clarify the Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away. The Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Clarify Ten of Wands. The Seven of Wands, again, all this defensive energy. The Three of Swords, heartache, heartbreak, separation. But hoping this won't happen. It's interesting. This reminds me of a little bit of I think it may have been Aries reading that it's about a relationship where one person, okay, we've been together this long, one person wants to move something to another level. It feels like the other person, spirit, wants one of you to move, the relationship needs to move forward, but there's one person in here that doesn't want to. They want to keep things as they are. And the other person says they can't stay the way they are. We need to either move forward or I need to go in another direction. So the other person is hoping that that's not going to happen, but yet they're not willing, or they're too afraid to make a choice or a decision to push the relationship forward. So they're just kind of ignoring things. But underneath it all, there's a lot of stress, anxiety here. They don't want to let go of the relationship, but yet they don't want it to move forward either. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Because here I see fear of ending, wanting to hold on, not wanting to either move forward with the relationship and not wanting the relationship to break up. But that's not a tenable position. That you can't sustain that. Queen of Swords. Six of Cups, Two of Coins, choices, decisions, a situation, a relationship you've been in for quite some time, making decisions about endings, death. Let's clarify death. Judgment, major decisions, major life choices, endings or transformations. There's a choice to be made here. The choice is, there's two choices here. It feels like Spirit is saying fish or cut bait, either to you or the other person in this situation. You know, it's time for this relationship or situation to move forward. So you either need to do that, or you need to make the decision, because it can't stay, whatever the situation or relationship is, it can't stay the way it is. It either needs to be taken to another level. You need to put the work into to take it to another level, whether it's a relationship or a job or work situation, or you need to make the decision, because it can't stay the way it is, which is what you want, or what the other person wants, but it can't. So it's either move it forward, invest in that, or let it go kind of energy. So it's a choice of either ending it or transforming it here. And it feels like you're resistant to both things, or the other person is resistant to both things. Clarify the Seven of Wands, because there's a sense of, a real strong sense of not wanting to, I mean, the Seven of Wands twice is, I don't want to let go of this. The Empress and the King of Swords. Interesting. We have the King and Queen of Swords, the Empress. This is like, we have a couple here. And for those of you for whom this is a relationship reading of romance rather than a different kind of relationship, neither of you want to let go of each other, but one of you is like, it's either got to be this or this. It can't stay this way. Clarify the world. Queen of Swords again. The Emperor. My goodness, we have the Queen and King of Swords, the Emperor and the Empress, but I feel like it's the same person, the same couple. Justice and the High Priestess. This is intuitively knowing what the right thing is to do. The fair, the equitable, the just thing, the right thing is to do. There's an intuitive sense of knowing of what the right thing is to do here, but there's resistance, either from you or from the other side, from the other person here. It's like, okay, look, this is the thing we need to do to move this situation forward, whether it's the relationship itself or some other aspect in life that's affecting the relationship. It cannot remain the way that it is. But it feels like you or the other person doesn't want to walk away, but they also don't want to invest in moving it forward. And that's not a sustainable position, because it'll end up ending if that's the case, because the other person will end it. And that's pretty clear here. It's either ending it or transforming it and moving forward. All right. Any final messages, guidance, advice for Aquarius? Seven of Coins. Take a look at what you have invested in this, how much you have to lose, how much you have to gain. So for those of you that are afraid to invest in moving something forward, this is a card of taking a look at what you have invested in it, which is what you stand to lose if this relationship or situation ends. For those of you for whom it's the other person that's resistant, you have to take a look at what you've invested in this relationship situation and ask yourself, okay, what do I have to show for my efforts? Can I take this further? Or if not, should I harvest what I can and move on? Or should I find some way to live in acceptance of what it is and what it isn't? The Five of Cups, a card of regret. I think here with the Seven of Coins and the Five of Cups as advice, Aquarius, this is Spirit saying, before you make any significant decisions, take a look at what you have, what you've invested in it, what you have to show for that, and make sure that you're very positive about what you decide to do, so that you don't regret it later. Eight of Swords. Take a look at what you feel is holding you back. Mental limitations, self-limiting beliefs. Two of Cups, the Soulmate Kindred Spirit card. There's a relationship at stake here, I feel. Whether the main issue is the relationship itself, some kind of aspect within the relationship itself, or some other area of life that is impacting the relationship. It feels like the choice is, it can't stay the same. That's not a possibility here. So it either needs to move forward or it needs to be separated here. there's no middle ground here. And Spirit is clearly saying, you know, take a look at everything that you have, everything you've put into it, everything that you have to show for it. Take an honest look at what's holding you back, what your self-limiting beliefs are. And once you've done that, then you can make a good, clear, informed decision, regardless of which side of this story that you're on. Okay, Aquarius. Those are your messages for the first half of August. I hope they were useful to you and giving you some food for thought or validating what you're already going through. Again, if any of this resonates with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, personal readings make great gifts. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the August mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.